How many of you are listening to me for the first time? Okay. My name is Sathi Senathirajah. I have two brothers. My elder brother is Senathirajah. And my younger brother is Chief Patman Senathirajah. So I'm going to tell you a story. Is that okay? And I'm going to talk to all of you. Because for the past 4 days, all you've seen is a few asses. Everybody is facing that side, no? So we face this side today. Is that okay? Not okay? So I'll come off and on. Okay, so I was born and I grew up in Malaysia. I grew up in a very small town about 2 hours from Penang. The town is so small that the whole town had only one traffic light. So you know how small the town is. And the whole town had only one Mercedes. Okay, so I grew up and I lost my father when I was 5 years old. So my mother brought the 3 of us up. And we did not have much money. So from a very young age, I started working. I used to go to school. At the age of 12, I started working. I used to go to school. After school, I used to be a petroleum transfer engineer. For those of y'all who don't know what that is, it's someone who transfers petroleum from the pump to the car. But see, calling it a pump attendant doesn't sound as nice as petroleum transfer engineer. So I used to work after school. And every week, once a week, the Mercedes will come to pour petrol. And every time when I pour the petrol for the Mercedes, I will touch the Mercedes. And say, baby, one day you'll be mine. Yeah? So from a very young age, I had a dream of buying a Mercedes. Then I grew up, I studied. Now, growing up with Kuna and Patman is not easy. And we don't call him Chief that time. His name is Patman. He's not here yet, right? And we used to call him Appan. So when you see him, say, good morning, Appan. That's his name, Appan. Okay? So me, Kuna and Appan, we used to grow up, and it was very difficult because Patman is like a radio that cannot be switched off. You understand? It's nice, you see him once a year on stage, you get motivated. But if you live with him and grow up with him, very painful, okay? Even now I live with him, very painful. We live in the same house. I live upstairs, he lives downstairs. Okay? And when we sleep, we lock the doors. Because I'm his beneficiary and he's my beneficiary. Okay? So if anything happens to me, he becomes extremely rich. Anything happens to him, I become extremely rich. So sometimes I make him coffee And he looked at me, he said, you drink first. Yeah? And growing up with an elder brother and younger brother, very difficult. Because the elder brother gets new clothes. Then he passes to me. But then, after I use, it's too old to pass to my younger brother. So elder brother new shirt, younger brother new shirt, I old shirt. How many middle child are that? True or not? Okay. So I grew up, I studied, and I was the black sheep of the family. Kuna was the diamond boy, Padman was the spoiled boy. He got everything he wanted, and Kuna was the matured, adult, decent, and I was the gangster. Didn't go to school much, got suspended from school, and all that. So I was the bad one in the family. I was the disappointment in the family. Okay? My mother used to go and talk to her friends and family about the three of us. Kuna, very good. Batman, very good. Sathi, don't ask about him. So I studied and then I grew up and I became a technician in a company called Motorola. And my salary was $500 a month. So $500 a month, you cannot buy a Mercedes. True? So slowly the dream of owning a Mercedes was becoming smaller and smaller. Further and further away. So every morning at 6 o'clock I used to wake up. Did not have a car, I had a motorbike. Ride my motorbike, go to work, come back home. Go to work, come back home. Go to work, come back home. Go to work, 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 come back home, go to work, come back, every day. After 30 days, they give me $500. So, slowly the dream of Mercedes disappeared. So I continued doing that. One day, Patman came home and he said, I found the answer. We are going to be rich. I said, how? He said, come, sit down. He took out a piece of paper and he drew a circle. This is you. One on the left, one on the right. That's all. I said, that's not a business, that's a scam. So I did not join. He said, fine, you don't want to join, I will build the business. I say, you build, I work in Motorola. So every day 6 o'clock, get up, go to work. He gets up at 2 o'clock. Meets his friend, has coffee, draws a circle, and comes back home. After 3 months, he was making $2,000 a week. So I was thinking to myself, I go to work every day at 6 o'clock. Work for 12 hours and come back for 30 days, I make $500. He gets up at 2 o'clock, draws circles, and makes 2,000 a week. Something is wrong. But because of my pride, I said no. I will not join him. I continued working, he continued drawing circles. After about 4 months, he was making 4,000 a week. So I sat down and I thought to myself, 30 days, 500. Draw circles, 4,000 a week. So I lowered my ego and I went to him. Please teach me the business. So he come, sit down. This is you. One on the left, one on the right. I said, okay. So I called my friend. I said, I have a business that I want to share with you. So my friend came. I said, sit down. I took out the piece of paper. This is you. He got up and he left. So I was confused, didn't know what to do. So went back to my upline. I said, now what to do? He said, talk to somebody else. I said, okay. So I called another friend. This is you. One on the left, one on the right. He said, okay. He said, okay. Now what to do? What to do now? I don't know. Went back to my upline. He said, okay, what to do? Ask him to talk to his friend. I said, okay. So I said, now you go and talk to your friend. He said, okay. And he left. This was 18 years ago. He never came back. Do you have downlines like that? If you don't worry, you will. So now he disappeared. So I went back to my upline. I said, now what to do? He said, talk to another friend. I said, oh, yo, what kind of business is this? Talk to a friend, talk to a friend, talk to a friend, talk to a friend. Another friend came. This is you. He said, okay. I said, okay, now you go and talk to your friend. He said, okay. I said, not okay. I will follow you. So he doesn't disappear. So I followed him and I went to his friend's house. Big director. The director came, sat around. Okay, show me the business. I took out a piece of paper. This is you. One on the left, one on the right. His friend said, interesting. Let me talk to my wife. And he went into the room and I told my friend, Kalas. He's not going to join. After 20 minutes he came out. He said, can I buy more than one product? I don't know. I only knew how to draw a circle. Call my upline again. Can he buy more than one? Can. Can, of course you can. He said, okay, I will buy 3. But before I join, tomorrow morning I want you to come to talk to my friends. I said, okay, no problem. Next morning I went. There were 15 friends. I sat down, I drew a big circle. This is you. 15 of them joined. Each with 3 products. So total 48 plus the friend. 45 plus 3, 48. So 48 forms I had in my hand. I walked to my upline. I said, here, 48, give me my money. He said, no money. I said, why? He said, 48 all on the left, right, 0. I said, hey, you never told me this. This is a scam. So what to do? So I asked him, so now what to do? Talk to another friend. I said, I called another friend, showed him the plan. Slowly my left and right started growing. After 3 months, I was making about $1,500 a week. So that was $6,000 a month. My job, 500. So what to do? Retire. So I went to my boss. I said, boss, I want to quit my job. He said, huh? Why? I said, come, sit down. This is you. One to the left, one to the right. And he joined. And he joined the business. And then the business started growing. We were making so much money. $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 a week. After many months, I went to the Mercedes showroom. I said, baby, I'm back. Then as I was talking to the Mercedes, the phone rang. Hello? Did you read today's paper? I said, no, read it. Okay. So I took today's paper, front page. Qnet investigated for cheating people. I look at the newspaper. I look at the Mercedes. Look at the newspaper. I said, baby, I'll be back. Then I went home to my upline. I said, what to do? Front page, we are being investigated. He said, I don't know. I said, okay, let's go and talk to our upline. And our upline that time was Dato Sri Vijay. So we went to his house. He said, boss, what to do? We are in the headlines, we are being investigated. And he laughed. And me and Patman look at each other. Maybe he's gone. I said, boss, how can you laugh? This is a serious matter. Look at the newspaper. He said, what does the newspaper say? That we are being investigated. He said, okay, stop reading the newspaper. That was his answer. So I said, okay. So I call all my downlines. I said, stop reading the newspaper. And the whole network stopped reading newspaper. So until today, I don't read newspapers. And I'm telling you, sometimes being smart is a bad thing in our business. Because you remember Tobing? Yes? He has a huge network in the village. And the entire network cannot read or write. Okay? So one day, in the front page came out. Company, qnet, cheating people using biodies. Okay? So the villagers took the newspaper and saw. What can they read? qnet, biodies. And they got excited. They said, we are in the papers here. And sales went up. Now if you read the newspaper, what happened? Sales will go down, correct? So sometimes to be successful in our business, you need to be a little bit stupid. So then we sat down and we strategized. So Patman said, listen, I will handle the situation in Malaysia and rebuild. Why don't you go and open up a new market? I said, okay. So we planned properly and we had a cousin who lived in London. So we called the cousin and said, we have a business we want to start. It's $600. Do you want to join? Can you join? He said, okay, because for him, it's UK pounds. So it's like, how much? 300-400 pounds. For him, nothing. He said, okay, I'll join. So I got excited. We all got excited. And I started packing. First time flying overseas. First time on an aeroplane. Okay? Packed. Carried a box full of brochures. Okay? And people were giving me advice. Now, when you fly to London, at the immigration, if they ask you why you are here, don't say you are doing network marketing. Say you are here on a holiday. Okay? So we went, and I was afraid. First time overseas. And the UK pound was times 7. So 1 pound, 7 ringgit. You understand? Did not have much money. So flew to London. Landed in London airport. I looked around and I thought I took the wrong plane. Because out of 10 counters, 6 were Sadarjis and 4 Africans. I said, where are the white people? I thought London was all white. So I went to the counter, gave my passport. He looked at the passport. Good morning. Why are you here? I was sweating. So I'm here on a holiday to visit my cousin. Really? What does your cousin do? He's an accountant. How long are you here for? 2 weeks. What is your name? I said, can you read? And they asked this to check whether this is your passport or not, apparently. So I told him my name. He said, okay, welcome to the UK. Stamp. So I'm carrying a box of brochures and dragging my suitcase. And no way I was taking taxi, because taxi to my cousin's house would cost me about 80 pounds, which is about 500 ringgit. So I looked at the tube station. I went to the tube station, took the map, and half an hour tried to figure out the map. Did not know what to do. Did not know where to go. Finally figure out. And the journey to my cousin's house would take me 1.5 hours, and I had to change trains 2 times. So I took the train. Who's from UK? Oh, 1 person. Yay. 2 people. 3. Okay. Are you from UK? Okay. So I had to go from Heathrow to High Barnet. Okay? High Barnet Northern Line. 1.5 hour journey. So I sat in the tube, standing at the corner with my suitcase and carrying the brochure. Landed at a station. Now I had to change the train. So came out, and I'm looking for the escalator. Escalator. There was none. Only steps. I had to climb up the steps, cross over, climb down the steps to take another train. So I'm carrying my suitcase and the brochures and climbing up the steps. And the brochure, the box fell down. And all over the staircase was qnet brochures. So I was sitting down, picking up the brochures one by one, and people were crossing across me like that. Nobody stopped to help. So I carried all the brochures, put in the box, and continued. Took the train, reached the station, was already about 9 p.m. From the station to my cousin's house is a 15-minute walk. He gave me directions. He said, okay, after you exit the station, you walk here, you walk down, you see this street, you turn inside, that's my house. So 9 p.m., I'm carrying the box of brochures and dragging my suitcase and walking towards my cousin's house at 9 p.m. And the bag was making noise. So I was walking, tuck, 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 tuck. Somebody shouted, "Hey! Don't you know what time is it?" Tuck, 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 tuck. Hey! Can you keep it down? Carried the suitcase. Reached my cousin's house. Met my cousin, hugged my cousin, and I sat down. Excited because he is going to start the business. Sat down with him, took out the brochures, started drawing. This is you. This is the business. He said, Sathi, listen. I joined just to show you support. I have no time to do this business. My heart stopped for a while. I said, bloody bugger. I flew 12 hours just to come to see you so that you will build the business, and you said you don't want to build the business. What to do? Went to sleep. Next day, took out the name list of people in London that I have to meet. All my downlines, contacts, my friends, everybody. Okay? Started making calls. Hello? Hi, this is Sathi, so-and-so's friend. He spoke to you about a business. Yeah, mate. Okay, I'll tell you what. We can meet at 3 p.m. at this place. I'll see you there at 3. I said, okay. So I took out the map again. How to reach this place. When took the tube again and found the place. And I was waiting. At this time, there was no mobile phones. So I could not contact him. So I was standing at the corner of the street like that. Every white fella that passed, I'm looking. Is he the one? Is him the one? Is he the one? Is he the one? Finally, one guy came up. Are you Sathi? I said, yes. Yeah, I'm Brian. You spoke on the phone. You have a business for me? I said, yes. Can we meet at another place and have a drink? I said, okay. We went into a pub. And you know, the rule is, when you show the business presentation, you're not supposed to drink. So he went into the pub, he ordered 2 beers. He put the beer there. Okay, show me what you got. Took out the paper. This is you. One on the left. One on the... Oh, another one of these, yeah? This chain business. Nah, you know, I don't think this will work in the UK. Anyway, cheers. He finished his beer and he left. I'm standing there. He didn't even pay for the beer. So I'm calculating, 1 beer is 3 pounds. 3 pounds is 6 pounds. I had 10 pounds. I had the money to take the tube back, 4 pounds balance. So I paid for the beer, I sat outside the pub, and I'm thinking, maybe this is not such a good idea. Now at 4 pounds, enough money to take the train back. Took the train back, reached home late at night. Did not have lunch, did not have dinner. Because no more money. The bugger finished it on beers. So went home, my cousin said, oh, so how was your day? Did you have lunch? Did you have dinner? I said, yeah, of course. Hungry. But posture, everything okay. Went to the room, sat down, and started crying. Have you cried before? Because of the business? And the reason why I cried, not because of the rejection, and not because the business was not growing, but because I did not want to be a failure again. Because all my life, I was a failure. I disappointed my mother all my life. So I said, I have to do this. I cannot disappoint her again. And I started crying. Then the phone rang and my cousin called me. Sathi, Patman is on the phone. So okay, I went, I picked up the phone and Patman is there. I said, hello. He said, hey, how's it going? How many sign-ups so far? Bloody bugger. Not even how are you? How many sign-ups so far? He said, don't come back if you don't get sign-ups. Yeah, don't worry, everything will be okay. I met a few people today, it looks very promising. We will deliver this market, don't worry. Have you lied like that before? Yes or no? Then he said, okay, make sure you build the UK market, okay. Then my mother came to the phone. She said, how are things? I said, okay, fantastic. She said, don't lie. She said, don't lie. I said, why? She said, I know you. Things are not happening. Then she said, let me tell you something. She said, don't worry about the results. Just do what you have to do. Things will happen. Just do what you have to do. Things will happen. Don't look at the results. So after hearing what she said, I decided that I am going to build the market to make her proud. That was my dream. I did not want a Ferrari. I did not want $1 million. I just wanted her to say, I am proud of you. That was my dream. So I went back to the room and I put on a video which I always had with me. And this is the video that I keep watching all the time. Do you have the video, Milan?
Playing a game with my 9-year-old son, John Leslie. And I beat him 10 straight games in a game called Connect 4. And finally, I said, John Leslie, I'm bored. I don't want to play you anymore. And I got up. I said, I'm ready to go to sleep now. John Leslie said, no, you can't go now, Dad. I said, why? He said, it's not over until I win. That was his attitude. We sat down and we played several other games. And finally, after the 11th game, John Leslie won, and he got up and he yawned. And he said, I'm ready to go to sleep now. And I'm saying to you, what if all of us took that attitude after we face a rejection and a no, or we have a meeting and no one shows up, or somebody say, you can count on me, and they don't come through? What if we have that kind of attitude? The car's repossessed. Nobody believes in you. You've lost again and again and again. The lights are cut off. But you're still looking at your dream, reviewing it every day, and say to yourself, it's not over until I win.
It's not over until I win. I kept saying that to myself every day from that day onwards. Then I got up, I wiped my tears, and I went down and I told my cousin, sit down. I need to talk to you. Sit down. I said, listen, you need this business. And I'm not going to leave until you do it. And I sat down and I explained the business to him and his wife in detail. And I got him excited. He said, okay, I'm going to do it. Next day he called his friend. Friend's name was Frank Lee. He was a prosecutor, Chinese guy who is like the mafia of Chinatown. The mafia of Chinatown. In 1 week, I had 400 sign-ups. And we used to sit down in the dining table and count pounds. Every day people used to come and pay the money and sign up, pay the money and sign up, pay the money. Because Frank Lee was very powerful. He was the chief prosecutor. And people listened to him. And the network started growing and growing and growing and growing. And I told myself, wow, I finally did it. I can go back with my head held high. So I went back, the UK market was growing, and the Malaysian market also started growing. So now UK, okay. Malaysia, okay. Then he said, Sathi, now you go and start another market. I said, okay, where to go? India. Don't whoa. I was not very excited. Because I've never been to India. And everyone I met, they only said one thing, be careful. Don't drink the water. Don't do this, don't do that. So I decided, we got a contact list. And the first place I flew into was Hyderabad. Wait. Wait. Who's from Hyderabad? Wait. So I flew in, and this was in July. I came out the airport, and I said, I must be in the wrong place. It was like 1,000 degrees. I've never experienced heat like that before. So my downline came, a contact who signed up long ago. He took me to Banjara Hills. Wait. I checked Banjara Hills before coming. Taj Krishna, Taj Residency. In between, Banjara Inn. Small place. No aircon. Can you imagine? 1,000 degrees without aircon. So went in, small inn, checked in, and stayed. Next morning, wake up, started calling prospects. Prospects came. Now I don't know if this happens in the whole of India or only in Hyderabad. Prospect came, sat down in the room, picked up the phone. Hello? Do biryani, do chai. Okay. Without even saying anything to me, came to my room, ordered room service. The food came, he looked at me, he said, Tuskondi. That means eat or drink. And they were happily eating. After eating, okay. Chapan, business. So, took out the paper. This is you. Chain business. Nee. No chain business. And they left. I don't understand this something about India. Did you all actually have a chain business? That means, was the company selling chains? So, the guy left. My downline came, he said, okay, let's go somewhere else. I have a lot of friends. I said, where? He said, Vijayawada. From Hyderabad, took the train overnight to Vijayawada. From Vijayawada, we went to Vizag. From Vizag, we went to Guntur. And I used to travel around that area on his scooter. He had a scooter, I sat at the back carrying my suitcase and he used to go and a lorry would come and he would stop in the side. The lorry goes, he continues. And then people started signing up. I was in Hyderabad for 6 months. Out of the 6 months, 3 months I was crying. Every night alone in the hotel room, looking around and crying again. Then I said to myself, it's not over until I win. Then the company decided to launch India. So Patman, Kunang, Datusri, everyone flew into Chennai. We were supposed to have the launch in Taj Coromandel. So I got excited, I'm going to meet them in Chennai. So I took the train from Hyderabad to Chennai. I think it was called the Chalima Express. Correct? Chaminar. Whatever, express. I carried a suitcase. First time I'm experiencing Indian Railway. I was carrying a suitcase with 20 lakhs cash. All the sign-ups going to Chennai to pass the money. All excited. That time, 500 and 1,000 rupees were still valid. So carried the suitcase, went into the train. Got the bunker, the bed, and my bed was upstairs. So I climbed up and I sat down. People started coming in, and one guy came in, he put his bag, and he pulled out a long chain. And he locked his bag. I said, they have locks? I don't have locks. What to do? So I slept holding the suitcase. I could not sleep because 20 lakhs of money is a lot of money. When I went to the toilet, carried the suitcase. Then reached Chennai. When I reached Chennai, went to the hotel and I met Chief, I met Kuna. Allah. That was the best moment of my life. Because 6 months I was alone. Hugged them, never let go. And then India started growing. So now I was thinking to myself, things are happening. My mother would be proud of me, but not yet. Because the amount of things I did wrong was too much considered to the amount of things I did good. Okay? So I continued building. Now, as I was building, the only thing I thought about was her telling me that I am proud of you. I did not look at the checks. I didn't care about the checks. I just kept building and building and building and building and building. Traveled all around the world, started building. And 2008 in Uganda. 2008 in Uganda, Datusri called all of us and he appointed Arun, Atli and me as V partners. And I thought, yes, I did it. And I looked at my mother. She didn't say anything. I said, oh Lord, she's a tough woman to please. What to do now? I was in the verge of giving up. Because there were times that I felt that no matter what I did, I will still never be good enough, as good as Padman or Kuna. Because it is difficult living in the shadows of Kuna and Padman. You understand? Yes or no? Because can you imagine your chief's brother? Whatever you do won't be good enough. Correct? So what to do? What would you do? What would you do? Hey Baba, I'm asking you a question. What would you do? Huh? Try to be the best. So what I did was, I took myself out of the equation. I did not exist. My only focus was to make people successful. I did not care about myself anymore. So I started working. And you know what's the biggest check you can get? What's the biggest check in our business? What's the biggest check in our business? Huh? Max out? No, that's not the biggest check. The biggest check is when somebody like Tobing goes on stage and said, I am here because of Sathi Senathirajah. How many people will say that about you now? How many people will say that about you? That's your goal. That's the only way to be successful in this business. The more people come up to you and say, thank you for changing my life, you will max out as fast as you can. If you chase max out will run away. If you chase max out will run away very far from you. Don't chase max out. Chase success. Not your success, people's success. Help people become successful. That's what this business is about. If you change 10 people's lives, your life will change. In 2010, July 12th, 1 a.m. I was in the hospital. July 12, 2010. I was in the hospital at 1 a.m., ready to go home. My mother was in the hospital. She was sick. And I was ready to leave the room. She could not talk much already. She called me near her. And I went close to her. She hugged me and she whispered, I am proud of you. And July 13, 5 a.m., she passed away. So that was her last words to me. I am proud of you. And I waited 18 years for her to say that. And the reason why I have not stopped and I still doing this 100% because I don't want to let her down. I want to make her prouder and prouder and prouder and prouder. So I will never quit the business. And my job is to come here and make you successful. But I want you to remember something. It is not about the checks. The checks will come. You have to focus on what you have to do. You know, they always say, it is not the destination, it's the journey. You understand what it means? Do you understand what it means? I did not understand for a long time, okay? I watched this movie, The Last Samurai. Have you watched it? Tom Cruise. There's one scene where Ken Watanabe was telling Tom Cruise. He said, a man can spend his whole life looking for the perfect blossom. And even if he doesn't find it, it will not be a wasted life. It will take some time for you to understand that. Okay? So your journey in qnet, it is not reaching max out. It is enjoying what you do. It is about overcoming the times when you want to give up. It is about the nights when you're sitting alone and crying and said, I cannot go on anymore. I cannot do this anymore. And you do it one more day, and one more day, and one more day. That's what this business is about. And I know most of you here, some of you here are so frustrated. You took loans to come. You took loans to come to Malaysia, and you are sitting in VCon the whole time thinking, how am I going to go back and pay my loan? What if I don't make money? What if this business doesn't work? Why do you have to think all that? Don't think there. Think now. What do you have to do? It will happen. It is the journey that you are going through now is what matters. It will be difficult. At times you will want to quit. But every time you feel like quitting, you have to tell yourself, it's not over until I win. How many of you have ever thought about quitting before? It's not happening. You sign people up, the network starts growing, and then it collapses. It grows, it collapses. It grows, it collapses. Your best downline quits the business. And you're sitting down and thinking, man, this is so hard. And your debts are going up. And people are looking at you. And they are laughing at you. And they're asking, Arey, where's your $1 million? You said you're going to be a millionaire. It has been 3 years, nothing happened. And they start laughing at you. And then you start doubting yourself, can this work or not? And deep down you said, maybe this is not for me. Have you said that to yourself before? Yes or no? Don't say that to yourself. Say it's not over until I win. Doesn't matter if it takes 5 years or 10 years or 15 years. If you don't quit, you will make it. And don't compare yourself with anybody else. Do what you have to do. Give 100% every day from the day you wake up until you sleep. Give 100%. And find a dream that compels you. You know what a dream, you know what compels you means? Something that you will get up and do. See, a Ferrari is nice, but it doesn't compel you. True? How many of your parents are still working in a job? Why? Why? To fulfill his daily needs. Correct? The reason why he's still working in a job is because you are freaking lazy. Because if you make $5,000 a week, does he have to work?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Then why are you not making 5,000 a week?
I'll definitely make.
No, that is a compelling reason. Every time I saw my mother, I used to go out and draw circles. So you must find a dream that compels you. Forget the Ferrari, forget the big house, forget traveling around the world. Get your parents to retire and enjoy life. That should be your dream. And every time you see your parents going to work, you should get angry.
Exactly.
You should get angry. There's two things that will make you successful in this business: hunger and anger. You must be hungry for that success, and you must get angry with yourself for not able to do it.
Thank you.
It's not over. It's not over until I win. I have a long way to go. I have to help you achieve your dreams. I have to help you become successful. And that's what the V does. But you see, we cannot help you if you don't help yourself. You give 100% and we will give you 110%. In July, end of July, maybe, I don't know, but maybe, I said, maybe. What did I say? Maybe I will come to India. Sit down. Right. I said maybe. Wait, sure. Inshallah. Do you want me to come? Then you need to start now. You need to start building the business now. Stop thinking negative. If I can do it, you can do it. If I can do it, you can. I don't even have a degree. How many of you have degrees? See, that's the problem. That's the problem. Sometimes you think too much. This business, don't think. Just do. How does the business work? Who cares? This is you, one on the left, one on the right, duplicate, kalas, that's all. The problem with most of you is you think too much. Do you know what this is? Do you know what this is? Microphone. If I speak into it, my voice becomes louder. How? Who cares? As long as it works. Every time I do 3 on the left and 3 on the right, a company in Hong Kong puts money into my Quest account. How? Who cares? See, I tell you one thing. My parents have a huge family. Okay? My father had 8 siblings, brothers and sisters. My mother had 7. Okay? Because my grandparents did not have TV. So some of you will understand next week. Okay. So wait. So my cousin's gathering, it's like vcon. Huge number, okay? Now, my father's side, except for Kuna and Patman, nobody has a degree. My mother's side, except for me, everybody has a degree. Okay? So once I gathered all my cousins for my father's side together when we started the business. And I said, listen, let's build this business together. If we fail together. If we succeed together, as long as we did it together. Everyone in my father's side joined. Okay? Then I went to my mother's side. When I showed them the plan, they said, what is the paid up capital of the company? Where is the company registered? What is the tax ID for the company? And they asked all these questions and nobody joined. So which are you? My father's side or my mother's side? Huh? But father's side, you have to be a little bit stupid. Who's stupid? See, in order to be successful in this business, you must be a little bit stupid and crazy. Normal people cannot be successful in this business. Because normal people will not sit down on the chair for 5 days. Normal people will never go out every day to coffee shops and draw circles. Only crazy people will do. I remember many years ago, I followed Dato Sri once to Switzerland. And we went into a small shop and he wanted to buy a watch. So he picked up the watch and he showed me. Nice? I said, very nice. He said, okay, I'll buy it. And when the bill came, I saw the bill. 93,000 euros. And I said, stupid. Can buy a house. After a few years, I went to a watch shop. My downline followed me. And I picked up a watch. About $30,000. Nice? Nice. Okay. What more was my downline thinking? Stupid. So you have not made it in this business if people don't call you stupid. And another reason why I am where I am today is because of the power of association. I am lucky because I live with my upline. So sometimes when I feel down, I had a bad day, I come back home and I sit down. And then Chief comes home, opens the door. Unbelievable! What a fantastic day! Blah, 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 blah. Yes. Only two things can happen. Only two things can happen. You either get switched on or you kill him. I can't kill him, so I get switched on. But if you mix around with people who are constantly complaining, constantly negative, constantly doubting the business, doubting themselves, you will be sucked in. And that's why many of you sitting here today, you have so much of doubts because the people surrounding you are planting doubts into you. If you don't want to have doubts, come and live with me and Chief for a month. So, me and Kuna and Patman, we thought we are doing okay, quite successful. True? So one day we flew to London to spend Kuna's birthday. So we went to a restaurant in London called Hakkasan. Okay? It's a very expensive and classy place. So we sat down. Patman doesn't drink. Okay? So me and Kuna, we ordered a glass of whiskey. One glass of whiskey, $1,000. One glass. Okay? So okay, once a year, birthday, one glass we ordered. Took one small sip. $200. Okay? So we were sitting down and said, wow, this is the life, good life, thanks to qnet. Next table, 3 young boys ordered the same drink. Only difference is they were drinking like this. So I was looking at them, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. Then I realized that I'm poor. What to do? For a very long time, I used to fly economy class because we come from old school and my mother used to say, don't waste money, fly economy class, you know. Economy class is okay. You reach first because the plane lands economy first and then business class, first class. No? So I used to sit down in economy class. How many of you travel economy class? Ayyo. So sit down and the stewardess will come. Chicken or fish? Chicken. Sorry, chicken finish. Then why ask me? So I have to sit down in economy class and look in front. Business class. The TV is bigger. The chair is bigger. You can stretch your legs. The food is nicer. Why I cannot fly business class before? Why? No money. What to do? Started drawing circles again. Then business class. Look in front. First class. They have, you can close the door. They give you pyjamas. They shower you. You can shower. They don't shower you. Why cannot fly first class? What to do? Started drawing circles. First class. Now, everywhere I go, fly first class. Now I have a problem. Every time I land in Dubai, I look outside the window. Private jets. Why cannot fly private jet? What to do? One day, inshallah, I will come to India in my own private jet. And Africa. But I want to leave you with a thought that every time I felt like giving up, every time I cried to myself, every time I cried to sleep, and you will go through this. How many of you have gone through this? You have. You have cried before. Thinking, I can't do this, I can't go on, it's not happening, my checks are not coming. You earn 250, no check, no check, no check, no check, no check, 250, no check, no check, 250, no check, no check. Yes or no? And you're working hard. Not to say you're sleeping at home, you're going out there every day, drawing circles, meeting people, attending systems, doing this, doing that. It is just not happening. And there's a voice inside your head that slowly says, it might not happen. But whenever I heard that voice, I just told myself, I cannot give up. I have a dream. My mother, Dato Sri, must tell me, I am proud of you. When that happens, the Ferrari will come. It's not over until I win. And I remember the phone call my mother made to me when I was in London, which until today stuck to my head. And I'm telling you the same thing. Don't focus on the results. Focus on what you have to do. The results will come. I'm going to play you a song which makes a lot of sense to what I just said. And I want you to listen to the words and watch the words and understand the song.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams and some modestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable.
Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it, I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages. A vacant, modern kingdom for the taking.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this,